Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about software development methodologies that we explored in previous week of this course. In this course, we talk about various software development methodologies and their advantages and disadvantages. In this video, uh, revise some key definitions, concept, and the concerns regarding software development methodologies. Let's start with what is software development methodologies. Software development methodology is a process or series of uh, process used in software development. It includes the things like planning how programming will work and building it. One of the example is waterfall methodology, which doesn't go back and forth but follow the clear steps. It is basically a way to explain how software is made. Over the different approaches to software development methodology have been introduced with the goals of improving the quality of software project. However, it is important to note that there isn't a single method that suits every development team perfectly. Now let's discuss why do we need software development methodologies. First, structure. Methodologies provide a structure framework for organizing and managing the software development process. Efficiency. They help the streamline the deployment process, making it more effective and less prone to errors. Quality assurance methodologies include quality control mechanism to ensure that software meet the desired standard and specifications. Another is predictability. They enables better project planning and estimations, making it easier to predict the project timeline and the cost. Another is risk management. Methodologies offer strategies for identifying and mitigating the potential risks throughout the software development lifecycle. Another is continuous improvement. They encourage the evaluations of process outcomes, fostering a culture of continuous improvement in software development practices. There are various types of software development methodologies such as waterfall, Kanban, Scrum, feature-driven development, acceptance-driven development, crystal methods, dynamic system development method, rapid development, extreme programming, DevOps, etc. Each methodology has its own pros and cons. Choosing the right software development methodology depends on the various factors, including the project nature, team expertise, timeline, and the customer requirements. It is essential to assess these elements before deciding. For like a small project, well-defined straightforward, we can choose the waterfall methodologies. But on the other hand, for complex, evolving project with a dynamic requirement, some other methodologies such as agile could be the better options. Now let's discuss some widely used methodologies around the world. One is Agile methodology. Agile methodology is arguably one of the most popular software development methodologies in recent years. It takes a different approach from the conventional linear method. Agile focus on how to satisfy the user instead of emphasizing documentation and the right procedures. Some of the pros of Agile are like software has a minimum effect due to the iterative effort in testing and the turning and overall improvement in the delivery qualities. And some of the cons are the team sometimes lose the focus due to overhauling changes request. Agile focus on discussion and feedback, which can be too much time consuming sometimes for the teams. And the methodology is waterfall methodology. Despite being one of the oldest methodologies around, it is still active in some of the project. The waterfall deployment methodology is easily understood, which make it popular for teams with lesser design expertise. Some of the pros are like all specifications and the deliveries are spelled out before the deployment comments, and some cons are like testing is only executed at the end of the system. Some problem and are harder to fix at the later stage. Use waterfall only when you have project with a clear definition scope. This software development methodology is not suitable for deployment that involves many unknowns. Furthermore, we discuss how software development approach such as was agile or waterfall is expected to affect our project income. The choice between agile and waterfall software development methodology can be significantly impact the project incomes. Agile approach characterized by flexibility, iterative development, and close collaboration with the stakeholders are expected to result in the faster time to market, higher customer satisfaction, and the improved adaptability to changing requirements, ultimately leading to the project that aligns better with the customer needs. On the other hand, waterfall, linear, and the structural nature with a strong emphasis on detailed documentation may offer a greater predictability in terms of timeline and cost for the project with the well-defined um, and stable requirements. On the other hand, research conducted by Rajgopalan Saji and uh, Sukumaran in 2016 explored the implication of waterfall methodologies on the project outcome in their article Feat of Development Methodology in Software Project. They noted that waterfall structure approaches carry advantages for the project with a well-defined requirement and a stable environment. Moreover, delays user feedbacks due to the linear programming of the methodology could potentially result in the final product that does not fully require meet the user requirements. As well, we discuss about the Julian Ivriani and Magda Husiaman 2017 article, which explored the relationship between the organization culture and the deployment process of the system methodologies. In their article, the relationship between the organization culture and the deployment of system deployment methodologies. They conducted a study to investigate how the organization culture within a company influenced the choice and the successful implementation of the system deployment methodologies, particularly Agile and Waterfall. Their research found that the organization culture plans plays a vital role in the shaping and shaping the selection and the effectiveness of deployment methodologies. Uh, that is all for today. Thank you.